a lot of times they'll just turn right out and walk away, and that's fine. Like, we've accepted that.
Probably not what you'd expect to hear from the owners of a Michelin-recommended hotspot.
That doesn't feel good. There's a little bit of shame, a little bit of guilt, and for something that is not harmful, that is just stigmatized negatively in the media.
Husband and wife restaurateurs Kenneth Wan and Doris Yoon opened up MakFam in 2023 to critical acclaim, and they did it their way, using MSG with pride.
MSG is just a flavoring, a seasoning, like salt, pepper that you add to food. It's not bad for you. And I told Ken, I'm like, when we open up our own restaurant, we're gonna just very proudly say we use MSG. I'm not gonna tell people that. I'm not gonna give anyone any excuse. It's just like, yes, we use MSG in our food, just like we use salt, pepper, ketchup, soy sauce, like anything else.
MSG, monosodium glutamate, is a naturally derived flavoring agent. It's found naturally in mushrooms, tomatoes, cheese, shellfish, and seaweed.
Italian restaurant uses tomatoes, mushrooms, cheese, all that contains naturally occurring MSG. Do you ever see or ever heard of anyone going to an Italian restaurant and being like, hey, is there MSG in your food, right? That never happens. But that happens, I'm sure, on a daily basis for Chinese restaurants all across America.
Yep.
In 1968, a man had a bad experience with Chinese food, writes a story about it in a medical journal, and coins the term Chinese restaurant syndrome, attributing headaches and fatigue to eating Chinese food, specifically blaming MSG. Despite weak evidence, media picked it up and ran with it, reinforcing the idea that Chinese food was unclean or unsafe.
When people come walking in here and they ask us if we use MSG, to me, that's a little racist, because you're targeting the Chinese restaurant. You're coming into here asking if I use this ingredient. But would you do that if you went to another kind of restaurant? You went to a pizzeria?
Numerous studies have since debunked the claims that MSG causes illness when consumed in normal amounts. MSG is considered safe by the FDA. Despite the science, stigma still persists.
Not to say I think the people coming in here are like actively being racist. Ignorance, but your ignorance is part of racism.
Your beliefs surrounding MSG are likely not your fault, but you do have the power to follow the science and your taste buds to greater understanding.
We don't expect to completely overturn that in a day, in a month, in a year, but we need to start somewhere. We need to have this conversation and be open and willing to talk about it and help, debunk the stigma of MSG.
Doris and Kenneth are unapologetic about their culture and flavor.
Second generation kids growing up in America, we can speak the language. We understand how to navigate in this world, and now it's like our opportunity to speak up for what we believe in.